Welcome to Iridescent Dragonflies, where we discuss all things strength and balance for mind and body. I'm Jen Tarrant, and I'm so happy you've decided to join me today. Let's get started.
Hey everybody, it's Jen Tarrant, and this is Iridescent Dragonflies. I am so glad to see you back for Taming Pandemic Fatigue Part 2. All right, so welcome back. I'm so glad you guys are here. This week, as we talk about pandemic fatigue, what I want to know is, are you feeling less productive? Are you feeling less effective? Just kind of that, like, well, I'm getting through the day, but I'm not actually getting that much done. Or maybe you are getting stuff done, but you just feel like it's still not really happening. Well, if that's true, you're definitely not alone. Lots of people are feeling this way right now. So today we're going to talk about some ways to alleviate that and even turn that feeling around a little bit so we feel a little more motivated, we feel a little bit more like we're able to accomplish what we want to accomplish, because I know you guys want to do that. So I want to start off this week with our wisdom from the dragonflies. The dragonfly, they can fly high or they can fly low, really pretty much anywhere, right? Because they're flying. And the wisdom we can glean from this is sometimes if we are able to fly above and soar above the situation, we can get a clearer picture of what's going on. And so I love this piece of wisdom for feeling like we're kind of stuck and not getting things done, because we may not realize, or it feels like we're kind of trudging along in the moment, that when we take this high above visual on what's going on, we can see, oh, well, one, maybe we are actually getting some things done and just not realizing it because we're feeling fatigued. Or two, we're able to better see all of the things that we've been having to manage in addition to the work we're trying to accomplish. And so it gives us a little more grace and compassion when we're not feeling exceptionally productive, because we recognize, like, oh, right, but I've also been having to deal with all of the challenges related to the pandemic and how that's changed my work life. And maybe if you have kids in the mix, like how their school has changed, and even just social calendar and all of that. And so dragonflies remind us here to soar above, take that bigger picture look, and use that perspective to have a little more grace and compassion for ourselves. All right, so a way that we can start to combat this with breath and movement combined is a breath called the breath of joy. You may have seen this one before. I've talked about it in a couple of other videos, but basically we take in 3 sips of air to start, and then a big, powerful exhale out. And there's our movement. So it's inhale, arms forward, kind of like a zombie, out to the sides like a T, overhead like touchdown, and big exhale out. All right, so let's do maybe 3 rounds of this together if you'd like. All right, already I feel the energy lifting in my body. My head feels clearer after just 3 of those. And so imagine if we incorporated this into our day somewhere, like maybe after lunch, you hit that mid-afternoon slump and think, oh, how am I ever going to make it through? I just need an energy boost. This is a great one. I find that it's kind of hard to do this one and not be smiling after 3 to 5 rounds of it. It really does help me to turn around how I'm feeling. Of course, we can also use essential oils to help in this area too. And you'll kind of find a theme throughout these Taming the Pandemic Fatigue videos that I'm going to pull in a lot of citrus, and that's the same case today. Citrus is so energizing, and depending on what you pair it with, if you choose to pair it with something, it can be softer or more grounding or whatever it is exactly you're looking for. For this week, I'd like to recommend, if you want to look for a blend, Citrus Bliss, which has some citruses and then a little bit of vanilla for some softness and sweetness, and Motivate, which has kind of some similar qualities, that definitely has that motivating factor in the way the oils are blended together and how we experience those aromatically. So diffuser is an excellent way. Essential oil warmer is great. The little lava bead jewelry is fantastic. There's a ton of ways to incorporate it. I've even seen, you guys, little baby diffusers that plug into the USB on your computer and, like fan energy behind it. And you can get just your personal little aroma diffuser there attached to your computer, which is kind of fun. So I recommend using these if it's something you like. It's a super simple, easy way for us to turn our mood around. And another great thing about using essential oils is our sense of smell it has sort of a quick link right into our brain and memory and all kinds of great things. And so it's a really easy way to build a sort of an emotional memory around the aroma. So if you find one that you really like that feels energizing or calming or grounding, whatever it is you're looking for, and you use it pretty often to help change the way you're feeling emotionally, mentally, then as soon as you smell it, your mind will be like, oh yeah, there's that smell that helps me to feel this way. And so it can be a great way to build and kind of link that up for an even faster sort of result. All right, next up, I'd like to share with you guys an affirmation. The affirmation I've chosen for this week is, I acknowledge my strength and capabilities to move forward with passion and purpose. I know it's kind of a long one. You can change it up if you want, but I'll say it a couple more times. I acknowledge my strength and capabilities to move forward with passion and purpose. One more time. I acknowledge my strength and capabilities to move forward with passion and purpose. And these affirmations, I know I've suggested putting it on a Post-it note or on the lock screen of your phone. You can also, write it in a journal beside your bed and say it when you first get up in the morning several times, and maybe again before you go to bed at night, sort of start and end the day with this affirmation that is uplifting and sort of directs you, leads you, guides you, assists you on the way to the way you want to feel and the way that you're really trying to manifest for yourself. One little trick that I have about affirmations is, like, say that you wish that was true, that you acknowledge your strength and capabilities to move forward with passion and purpose, but it doesn't quite feel true yet. Then you can add a simple little word that makes all the difference, and it's choose. I choose to acknowledge my strength and capabilities to move forward with passion and purpose. You see how that really helps to change it? So like, okay, well, maybe I don't totally feel that way right now, but I'm choosing to feel that way right now. And so I love that word choose, because it's sort of a bridge from how I'm actually feeling to how I want to feel. All right, let's wrap up today's video with another visualization. So if you're in a place where it's safe to do so, feel free to sit or stand or lay down, whatever is best for you, and soften the gaze or close your eyes. And in this visualization, I'd love for us to imagine ourselves looking out at all of the challenges before us. And maybe it seems insurmountable. Maybe there's too many, maybe they're too big, maybe we don't have enough momentum, we just don't feel like we can do it because we haven't been feeling very productive. But begin to imagine a wind or a force beginning to gently push us forward. But not just forward, because some of those things are in the way, right? It's pushing us forward and then lifting us up over those obstacles. And as we imagine ourselves being pushed forward, gently lifted over the obstacles, we notice that we're beginning to make forward progress. One challenge by one hurdle, by one mishap after another, we are able to get that forward progress going. And it doesn't have to be fast. Or maybe it is, I don't know. But as you visualize that, just realize that as we all pull for each other, then that energy begins to get contagious, right? Whenever a bunch of people are, hoping for each other's best, we feel that inside that other people are rooting for us. And so we feel empowered and able to move forward and able to get over those challenges. And so just know that as other people watch this video, we can all send that out to each other so that we are lifted up by that power of intention and attention and goodwill towards one another. That's it. That's all I have for us this time, Dragonflies. A couple of upcoming events. Workshop Life After Loss online, coming up on February the 25th Mountain Time from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Carolyn and I will be leading that via Zoom. So if that's something you're interested in, check out the link in the description of the video. And then a chakra balancing workshop at Journey Beyond in Scottsdale. I know in previous videos, I told you guys this was in the morning. We've had a little bit of a time change. It is now February the 6th at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time. So it's in the evening now. That's something you're interested in. Again, there's a link in the description to be able to register for that. And then coming up in, oh my gosh, it's not even a month away now, just a couple of weeks, Create Your Balanced Life Spring Edition. And this is a 12-week transformation for mind and body using the wisdom of yoga and Ayurveda. Begins Tuesday, February the 22nd. We'll have a session every Tuesday and every Thursday for 12 weeks. And if you are not able to attend live, those recordings will be made available to you. So if you're enjoying the kinds of things I'm sharing here, you'd really like to dive in and create your balanced life using the wisdom of yoga and Ayurveda, I'd love for you to check that out and join me for that 12-week experience. All right, you guys, that's all for today. I will see you soon. Bye for now.